Hey everyone, and welcome to a new episode of KartoCraft. Recently, actually just yesterday, I was trolling the forum and I noticed that the server name that I'm on is actually changed to MindCrack. It was known to GodCrack, inspired by MindCrack. It was first called GodCraft, but there were other videos about another server called GodCraft, and didn't want any trouble. So, as you can see, I have finished this stair, which is all nice and dandy. It also means that I can possibly start on the next one, because it's going to be a double spiral. Now it's just single, so the next one will be here. As you can see, I have disposed of almost all the chests that were around here. But I'll get to that in a minute. It seems I have a bit of a cold. Brilliant. I have also started decorating the place. As you can see here, inserted some more arches, just like I have in my storage room. But they're everywhere now. And here we have a curtain of water, just because I wanted to. So yeah, I also had to change my farm, which really kind of ticked me off, because since 1.3 the pistons of the second layer did not work. So I came up to see what was wrong, and I also noticed that wheat needs a block of air above it to grow. 90% of you watching probably know that, but I did not. So a fail on my part, which made sure I never got complete harvests. So now it looks like this. It's 3 high, the wiring is exactly the same. I am once again thinking about building a clock-like system, and I'm still in doubt about that. It is expensive, but nowadays I might as well. However, today I want to start working to get the last of this stuff that doesn't really belong in the central hub out of here. Actually, I'm also not sure if this extra lighting, I can't remember if I did that before episode 7 or after. Well, anyway, there's more lighting and more half slabs. Still, clearly, I'm nowhere near done with that. Why was there a pillar again? Ah, yes. No. I just finished building this arch. Exactly the same style as the green chamber, which now flows nicely into my storage room right here. Ooh, lots of stuff. Added another layer right there with lots of stuff. And so yeah, today I will be starting on the master bedroom, or at least the chamber for that room. Of course, I'm not nearly going to finish it. Just going to make a cut out basic shape, whatever you want to call it. I'm running low on a lot of materials though. Man, excuse me. Right, that must sound gross. Anyway, not much I can do about it. So yeah, about this blue area, a lot of important structures will be located here. Namely, we have of course the storage room, but we'll also have the forge room, the brewing room, the bedroom, and the library / enchanting room. So that's a lot left to do yet. And we'll start in the bedroom. I'm cutting out too much again. No. Right. I'll just start cutting out the video. Be right back then. Alright, so I cut out this little area, and I need to fill that up. And yeah, the actual bedroom is going to be above, so I'll make a stairs that goes up, of course. Leaves, if I would place them correctly, like so. It's definitely not going to be a new style. Because I like to use the same style in my entire base. So that might get a bit boring for some, but if I use a lot of different styles in one base, I'll just go insane. So that's why I just use one style. Oh yeah, that was true. I forgot about that. Yeah, so that new log placement is driving me insane. Really. Actually, I also like this new log placing. I like the fact you can turn it, but as you can see, it's rather buggy. And it makes pillars like this to place them a real pain. Not sure how high I'm going to go. No. So yeah, I'm not entirely sure what I am going to do for my bedroom. Why do I keep pronouncing it so silly? Anyway. Because I could use a lot of different styles. I'm just not sure which one I am going to use. But yeah, more about that later. Anyway. Well, I'm a bit confused today, and I'm completely unsure as to why that's the case. Either way, it's driving me insane. So I can't even start imagining how insane it must drive you guys. Man. Oh well, as you can see here, the style for the stairs, the same as the Grand Helix stairs in the central hub. To give it a more consistent feel. And well, how high am I going to have to do this? I still need to have to go somewhere. Okay. Fair enough. Let's put a torch on here, so just in case. I don't want anything spawning here. I really don't. Let's see. Block. Yeah, apparently, when it comes to recording, there are actually people who write scripts and stuff, so they know what to say and what to do exactly. I don't, obviously, considering the amount of time I need to use to correct my words. It's rather clear that I do not write scripts. I do not have my episodes planned in advance. I'm not saying it's a bad thing to do that. Actually, it might be a very good thing. But it's not something I could really do. You know, back in elementary school and mid school as well. High school, or, well, depends on where you live, how you call it. You have to give speeches about certain subjects, and everybody came prepared, and I was the one that just went there, stood there, and made up a story on the spot. I had a few slides that gave me an idea about what subject I was talking about, because I did not always remember that as well. And I just started talking. So that has been a thing my entire life, that I do not prepare for stuff. Guess that's why in World of Warcraft I never did clear out the Black Temple. Alright, inside joke for those who ever played that. It's not a bad thing if you did not understand that, by the way. In fact, it might be better. And what's this then? Oh yeah, I remember. So yeah, my episodes are unplanned and they tend to be a bit chaotic. And that's not just because they're unplanned. I'm pretty sure that's a large that has a large effect on it as well. Man, today my talking is just horrible, even worse than normal. And it's driving me insane. But I already said that, didn't I? Yeah, it's one of those days. And I did go down. So yeah. But apart from being from not planning everything, maybe it's actually not apart from it, but a part of it. I do have ADHD, although ADD would be a better description because I lost the H part. For those unaware of what that is, it's an attention deficit disorder, which just means that, well, especially when it comes to stuff like planning and perception of time, I just suck. But I'm okay with it. I mean, there's little I can do about it anyway. Great. I'll finish this wall a bit and be back in a sec. Okay. We're back, and I finished this stairway, but found out that when I just went straight from here, I encountered the roof. So I had to go up a little bit more, but as you can already see a bit there, that brings another problem. The ocean. Yeah, it's back. Fortunately. So yeah. A lot of cleaning I need to do. Oh, that's dark. The actual room is going to be this way. Let's see just how far this ocean goes. Destroyed my lighting again. Yeah. So still need to so bloody those again. Lost. As I wanted to say, still need to decide upon the shape of this room, amongst other things actually. Go. This will be the entrance, kind of archy thing. This is going to get me so frustrated. Yeah. But seeing that as the ocean is in fact right on top of me here, I am probably in some way going to incorporate the ocean into this room. I'm not sure how, but I'll find a way. So I'll dig out this room a bit more and I'll be back to you then. Alrighty, the basic shape of this room has been cut, which has been a hideously huge amount of work. And next stop is actually building the roof. And I really am kind of regretting that I built beneath an ocean. I made an air pocket to make work easier, and what I'm going to do for the ceiling is a dome. Not like an arch entirely, because those are more pointy, like that one over there, but more of a dome. The luminescent pumpkins actually show the position of the wooden pillars down below. And I need more stuff, namely stairs. There we go. So yeah, this has not been a fun job, to be honest. What you see here now, all the coal, I had to fill it completely from the top down, and that was about an average of 3 layers of cobble I had to place, and a lot of sand I had to remove. So that was a lot of work, a whole lot of work. And now I still need to make a roof. So, one of those 4 holes. The shape of the room below me is actually about the same as the shape of those mini hubs at every color gate are. Except that the wooden pillars have been replaced by water pillars. And why isn't this done yet? Like so. There we go. Now what did I just do? Well, that. And that's actually how I have to dig out this entire thing. Well, except these 2 columns, because they are actually inland, which isn't all that smashing really. Oh, bollocks. So I'll be working on the roof for quite some time, and we'll be back probably after I finish it, I hope, if I run out of time before that. So see you in a sec. Alright, welcome back. Yeah, for you guys it's been a second or so. For me it has been several long hours. Yeah, I have done this last time, right? Yeah. The project turned out to be a whole lot bigger than I ever intended it to be. So you have this road going down here, and there's one going down there. You know, I'm a sucker for symmetry. And this is the room. This is lapis. And yeah, I've got a nice roof, so I can see at least a bit what time of day it is. Except for now, of course. Ah, there you are. So yeah, it's not entirely done yet, to be honest. But I run out of materials. So as far as this room goes, I am calling it a day. Probably for quite some time. Also going to place a temporary furnace room. Oh. And enchanting room here. As I said, it's temporary. So I have them, I no longer have them in my central hub. Because you really didn't want them over there. And they might be able to spawn on top of that. Yeah, something like this. It's temporary anyway. And of course my jukeboxes will probably just stay here. So yeah. Block like 9, good enough. There we go. Also burned through my pick and my axe. Well, axe was already damaged, but the pick, man. Yeah, this was not really a very relaxing thing to do. As you can see, it has been quite an effort to make. But it does look quite good actually, in my not so humble opinion. So yeah. There was one last thing I wanted to show you this episode, and that is my nether fortress. It's somewhere nobody else is going, because it's, well, my base is far, but you'll have to go even further. So it's my own private nether brick mine, as you can already see. That was an entire corridor once. And I am about to remove the last part of a certain tower. This certain tower. As you can see, I already dug out the center, but I just want it gone completely actually. So that's what I'm going to do right now. For that I brought some stairs, just because it's, well, it helps move around. And I use these, the nether brick for, mainly for my nether road, which is, by the way, operational. Meaning I can enter a cart and go to the hub without walking, which is absolutely amazing. But I will not show it to you today. It's not really all that much either, because it still doesn't look nice. And if you know me by now a bit, then everything does have to look nice. So I'm not going to show you something that I am not yet satisfied with to such an extreme extent. So I'll be mining this, and I will be saying goodbye for this episode. It's not, I don't believe it's a very long episode, when you look at the time you watch, but the amount of time between the start of the episode and the end, so the actual time I spent in this episode is actually quite a lot. And that's because that bedroom project turned out to be so much bigger than I hoped. And yeah, with a glimpse of a ghast, I will soon say goodbye.